Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table. Hopefully, the third time's a charm, and this voiceover actually works. We'll see. So, I'm using a sketch from Lisa Sikorsky's site, Scrap-A-Sketch. I'm documenting my love of fried green tomatoes. So, here I'm showing you what I'm using. I have my photos matted on just some mustard cardstock from Simple Stories. I have, excuse me, a sticker sheet and a sticker book from Simple Stories Home and Hearth and Home collection. The cardstock that I'm using isn't from anything in particular. I have these new to me dies from Pink Fresh Studio. I bought them quite a while ago on clearance, and then I forgot about them. So I'm so glad I came across them when I went through my dies not long ago. And I really like them. I like the size. They're not too big, but they have a nice presence on the page. And they're a little bit unique. They have some texture to them. And I can't show you the sketch that I'm using because this one is paid content. It's premium sketch number 82 from this month, September of 2024. And this is just some plain yellow cardstock, but I felt it was a little too bold for everything else. So I muted it a bit by putting an overlay on it. It's some like leafy see-through paper from Stampin' Up! That I bought years ago and came across recently. The cardstock that I'm using for the banner and this strip, those are just two sides of the same piece of paper. I don't know where that's from. It doesn't have a label on it anymore. By the weight of it, I kind of think it's like Photoplay or Echo Park. Cartabella, maybe. I'm just not sure. So I thought the green was appropriate because fried green tomatoes. And so I have a banner, and you'll see here in a moment that I do move the square because I needed a little more room at the bottom of the page. I wanted that banner situated a little bit differently, so I had to move it up. And I chose to keep it along the left side, but I just bumped it up a little bit. Excuse me. So now I'm going to glue down the banner and the green strip. Let's see, what am I doing? Must have been fussing to get the edges just right. So once I get that glued down, I add some adhesive strategically behind this translucent paper so that the adhesive doesn't show, which was pretty easy to do since a lot of that is going to be covered up. There's really not much showing, but I do like what it adds to the layout. Adds a bit of texture. So there we go. This needed to be just a tad longer, so I snipped it in the middle because that won't show. And I wanted to add a film strip. This is from a pack of film strips from 49 and Market, but I don't know what color. It might be stone or toast. I'm not sure. But it's neutral enough that I use them on with lots of different things. Just snip off the end because it was just a little too long for what I wanted. I just adhere it with some Nuvo Deluxe, and I only put it on the side that's going to be covered by the block of photos. That's plenty to hold it down. So I started putting this layout together I went to a Friday night crop. A lady in my area who sells Creative Memories once a month has a Friday night crop from 6:30 to midnight or so. And I didn't want to take a lot with me, but I did want to make some progress toward videos. So I put a couple of layouts. I prepped and planned them. And then that made it really easy to create this video last night. I made the video in about 20 minutes. That's how long it took me to just put this together. I had previously cut out the title too from the dies, so that saved some time. But I felt like that was a good use of my time. I went to the crop, I visited, I had fun, good conversation, some snacks, and I got some videos done. So, or at least prepared, and make them easy and quick to finish off at home. So now I'm going through this sticker book, and choosing some things, I decided to use the piece of film strip that I snipped off to create a cluster base in that top right corner. And then I pull off a label to add to that, to kind of give it a shelf to sit on. There we go. Making sure it's straight. Someone asked on a Facebook group the other day, how often do you use your T-square ruler? What do you think of your T-square ruler? I don't think I could scrapbook without my T-square ruler anymore. I rely on it so much. And this is just a cheap one off of Amazon. And it works very well. It works better than the more expensive one that I had bought previously and lost, which is why I then bought this cheap one. And I end up using this one more because I really like it best. And so I pulled out some stickers and I just added some florals around, like household vases type things, because I thought that fit the feel. And you'll see here I've created another cluster at the bottom near the photos, and at the top where those banners are going to meet the title. I also covered the center of, like, that little center square where the grid meets, because the paper that I used for the mat is just a little darker than everything else, and I felt like it was sticking out, so I wanted to mostly cover it. It's not completely, but... And while you don't see it on screen, I did bump up with Fun Foam some of the stickers in the clusters because I just felt this was it was too flat. It needed some dimension to it. So then I adhered my title, Fried Green Tomatoes, and some enamel dots. And my journaling just says, I love fried green tomatoes. I have loved fried green tomatoes since I first ate them with Mom and Grandpa Crane when I was about 10. Since I only have them once or twice a year, I consider them a special treat and they are still a favorite. So tell me in the comments below if you like fried green tomatoes, if you've ever had them. And really, I only like fried green tomatoes that I make or that my mom would have made. I've had them in restaurants a few times and I don't even bother ordering anymore because mine are better. So I'm adding a few enamel dots just to finish this off. There are some still shots coming up in just a moment. And again, I will link Scrap-A-Sketch in the description box below. So you could go and check out Lisa's free sketches and maybe decide to join the subscription and get the premium sketches too. They are well worth it. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you get to create something soon. Bye!